Gamble all over Missouri, gamble all through Spain, babe. Police come to arrest me, babe, and they did not know my name. And they did not know my name.
He's one of football's most controversial characters.
There's been a collision off the ball on the edge of the 6-yard area.
He's notorious for courting conflict, both on and off the pitch.
He's already been booked, remember?
He's outspoken, he's outrageous, he's football's modern-day outlaw. And he's here on talkSPORT. This season, the incendiary Joey Barton joins talkSPORT's top-flight team of pundits, bringing his no-nonsense brand of ferocious football philosophy to the most fearless presenter lineup on the planet.
It's honest, raw football opinion.
New season, new signing, new trousers. talkSPORT. Joey Barton. All bets are off.
Follow every kick of the beautiful game. They've done it! Kick-off on talkSPORT.
You betcha. On talkSPORT with Sunbets. Kickoff's brilliant bookie broadcast partner. Have a flutter with Sunbets.
Superstitions?
Yeah, I've not been touching people.
For a game, you used to have a bet.
Well, yeah. No.
That in a minute. Why didn't you get someone else to do it for you?
Well, in hindsight, it would have been the more sensible thing to do. You know, when you're not match fixing, you're just having a footy coupon. You kind of think that's what you see everyone else doing it. You just like.
But the ban was taken back from 1.5 years to a year, wasn't it?
Well, 18 months to 13 months. So yeah, just 1 year. So thanks to the FA for that.
So you're going to have to go up at 3:30 every morning until your ban's up.
Hey, just have a graft, mate. I'm a grafter, so that's what we've got to do, you know.
Sandy, you got one more, is that it?
No, that was it.
I think the concern, great result for Brucey, but the concern will be they've shipped another 2 goals.
Yeah.
Especially with John Terry, you know, John's been brought in to show them up and give them that experience, but I don't suppose Steve will care. You know, they've created a lot going forward, and I think they could have won by more than 4 on that. Again, another foreign coach, Falk at Norwich. They got rid of the Alex Neil at Preston, and
doing a good job.
He's done a good job. He's a good manager, Alex Neil.
Okay, 22. Let's catch up. Let's get the latest sporting odds. How things change even after just a few games. Here comes Steve-O from Coral.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Download the Coral app at the App Store and now on Google Play. GambleAware.co.uk.
Warm welcome. Dave Stevens joins us. Steve-O, morning.
Morning, Al. Morning, Joey. Welcome to the hot seat alongside Mr. Brazil. Has he? Are you all ready for your initiation when the show finishes at 10 o'clock?
No.
Me and Al are going down the gym. Protein shakes down the gym, Al, aren't we?
No.
You could have 1,000,000 to 1 about that happening.
Were you Deauville the weekend?
No, I was over there last weekend, Al. I got my dates mixed up this year, but we saw a good weekend for Carl Burke. Brilliant. Had the 1-2 in the pre-morning, which was fantastic. And then over in Ireland, wasn't quite the result the market thought in the debutant stakes.
I don't think you were too happily, were you?
Well, actually, they then back September into favouritism. These are all the Aidan O'Brien fillies, 2-year-old fillies, in the debutant stakes at the Curragh. September was made favourite, then it was Happily, and they both got beaten by the stablemate Magical. But it just shows you what strength in depth Aidan O'Brien has. All these beautifully bred Galileos, Colt Tam fillies. A long way to go, but Aidan dominates the anti-post betting at this early stage.
Steve-O, right. Benitez, we're not ready for the Premiership. Yeah. So does that mean people will take stock here and think, okay, I'll have a little bet Newcastle will go down because have their odds shortened?
It's not sending out a great message, is it, when the manager comes out with that? There are only 4 teams shorter than Newcastle in the relegation betting. That's Brighton, Burnley, Huddersfield, Swansea, and then it's Newcastle at 11-5, so just a shade over 2-1. The frustration is clearly there from Rafa. He probably feels he hasn't been backed by Ashley in the transfer market. But as you say, Joe, he's got to get on with it. He's got to deal with what he's got. Will he be there at the last game of the season? We say odds on 4-7. No, he won't be. 5-4. Yes, he will be. So it doesn't look like he's going to see out the season. Certainly the odds, but it is early days, and get a win on the board and things will change around. But we know how much pressure is, Joey. You know how much pressure there is playing in front of that St James's Crowd Park. They really do demand the best, don't they?
Yeah, I can't believe there's 4 teams shorter than Newcastle at this moment in time, especially Burnley. I mean, Burnley showing the route map. it's difficult for and Huddersfield.
Yeah.
They haven't conceded a goal. Had a great start.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And I think, look, 2 years ago, of course, we got absolutely burnt by Leicester winning at 5,000 to 1. Huddersfield, I'm just checking Huddersfield can be backed at 500 to 1, so that gives you some indication how we don't take any chances.
To win the league?
500 to win the league, Huddersfield, yeah.
Should be about 500,000 to 1.
Well, because Leicester done it.
Because we
bottled it, Joey, that's what.
We got our fingers burnt on Burnley. Leicester 2 years ago, no question. Look, I suppose, okay, 2 games gone. We expect there to be some sort of normality, after maybe sort of half dozen, 10 games or so, things take shape. And it looks like, the likes of Brighton, Huddersfield, it could still be a long, old, hard season for them. But likewise for Newcastle.
So what about tonight? Big game, City Everton.
Yeah, I've actually reading the Racing Post there today. I didn't realise just how bad City's record was against, let's say, the fellow Big Seven last season. They only won 2 of the 12 matches against the teams around them, and obviously that includes Everton. But that 2-7 tonight, I'm not sure I want to be lumping on at 2-7, given that stat from last season. Everton, big price, 9-1, 4-1 the draw there. We saw City's first game down at Brighton, how a lot of teams, I'm sure, will set up against City this year. Try and keep it tight, try and frustrate them. They do have such attacking strength, obviously. But where are Everton's goals going to come from without Lukaku? That could be their problem. I fancy the draw in this one. What do you think?
I fancy City, if I'm being honest. I fancy City. I think City, I'm with Pep this year. I think that, we won't blow games that we've dominated. I think we'll be more clinical, more ruthless. 5-4
favourites to win the Premier League outright. So the compilers agree with you, Al. 12-5 second favourites, Man United. And Chelsea 6-1 just clipped in after. If you're a Tottenham fan, of course you're going to be disappointed, but there was very little between those 2 teams yesterday. And I'd be surprised if Chelsea, Tottenham and the 2 Manchester clubs aren't the ones we're talking about for top 4.
No Liverpool then.
Look, the uncertainty over Coutinho isn't helping. But what's interesting, Al, is we've been talking about this transfer all summer, this Coutinho saga. But for the first time now, he's odds on to be a Liverpool player at the end of this summer transfer window. 4-7, 6-5 now to go to Barcelona. Are Liverpool really going to turn down what we're talking, possibly 100 million plus for a player who doesn't want to be there? Surely that would be madness, Joey, wouldn't it? Let him go if he really wants to go.
I think Coutinho's made his mind up. I mean, the thing is, even if you do keep him, what psychological effect does that have on him afterwards? When he's clearly, shown via saying he's not fit for the Champions League.
Yeah, the bigger one. Van Dijk, any odds on Van Dijk?
The Van Dijk saga, the Sanchez saga, they all drag on. Van Dijk is odds on to go to Liverpool.
Is he?
Again,
odds on.
It could all, I suppose, again, the thing is here, if Liverpool get a huge chunk of money in for Coutinho, which could still happen, Southampton are going to demand more for Van Dijk possibly. You've got Sanchez, he's tweeting from Paris, then he's deleting his... I mean, you can see why the call to bring the transfer window closed early for the start of the season, can't you? Because then actually we could concentrate on the football. But then what would we talk about?
Yeah, nice one. Steve, just a quickie championship, just one championship. Who's favourites?
Yeah, well, Cardiff won the battle of the top 2, beating Wolves. Obviously, great result for them. They can still be backed at 8-1. Cardiff. Wolves are 7-2 favourites. And Ipswich, Al, we spoke on Friday morning, couldn't believe Ipswich were odds against. It sounds like Brentford were pretty unlucky, to be fair, to lose at Portman Road. But Ipswich boys, Al, your old boys, Al, still can be backed at 40-1.
Yeah, I'm sure. Steve, a nice one. Later again, Ray Wilkins to come next on talkSPORT. More sporting odds from the boys from Coral tomorrow.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Download the Coral app at the App Store and now on Google Play. GambleAware.co.uk.
Gamble all over Missouri, gamble all through Spain, babe. Police come to arrest me, babe, and they did not know my name. They did not know my name. Did not know my name, loving baby, and they did not know my name.